Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episodes. This is the episode number 85. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. The starting metal is a 4-member ring with aldehyde. You are using the methyl magnesium chloride and HCl. They ask you to find the product. The products are mostly with the chlorine substitution. Where the chlorine substitution occur or the ring expansion occur or not. So even with ring expansion, the chlorine position 1,1 or 1,2 position is the question here. So from the reactant to product you might guess chlorine position and ring expansion is the real question here. The answer is D. Let us see how. The starting metal you have aldehyde, you are using the methyl magnesium chloride. Obviously the nucleophilic attack of methyl. This is a Grignard reagent, it supply the anion. So new CC bond happen and O become OH there. Then the next step you are adding the acid. Acid what really makes is OH good leaving group. So OH become H2O, this possesses the charge, so it try to leave us water there. So you have cation formation. Here ring strain is there. So ring strain has to be coiled. So ring strain tried to expand itself to 5-member. So new 5-1 bond is happened. So new 5-member ring is formed. Since the ring is open, the positive charge at 5th position there. So the cation is there, then you have to quench the cation. So what really happened? You have to get the stable cation. So the hydrate shift will be there. Because the stability of cation is tertiary is more stable than primary and secondary. So tertiary cation forms then the primary cation. So hydrate shift occurs. You have the cation at the primary position. Then chlorine attack at the cation position. You have really the product D. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is ring strain. If there is a ring strain, you have intermediate. You might think of the ring expansion. Second thing is cation stability. You have to get always stable cation. Either it can be achieved by methyl migration or hydrate shift. It's a kind of Wigner-Melvin rearrangement. Then the question number 2. The starting metal is a benzene system which is attached with another N-hexyl system which is in the cyclic form. Further it attached with cyanide there. You have N attached with tosylate which is a good leaving group and iodine in the ortho position. You are using the palladium catalyst with phosphine and silver carbonate and DMSO. The next step you are using lithium hydrate and acetic anhydride. Then you are using the base amine. They ask you to find the product. From the product you might expect definitely the new ring is formed in the middle and the position of the cyanide is the real question. And what happened to the double bond is the real question. The double bond is switched or not, the double bond is in the place or the substitution happened with the N. So N is reduced, the N acetylation happened or not. So position of double bond and the reaction center of AC is important. So from the palladium reagent you might guess it's a naming reaction involved and definitely ring closure occur here. The answer is C. Let us see how. The starting metal you have iodine and you have alkene there. So you might think of Heck coupling. So new CC bond formation. But the products are away from the reagent. So you should rotate the bond. So first step is you write the equivalent structure with rotation of bond. It is equivalent because you are only rotating single bond. Then the bonds are nearby. You are adding the palladium. So what really happens is palladium coordinated with iodine. You have the possibility of ring closure. So palladium closed, the new ring formation is occur. Then palladium move to the next alkene because during the ring closure palladium takes the next position of alkene. So palladium has to be leave from the system. So what really happens is beta hydrogen elimination. Any metal with the system always eliminate with beta hydrogen. So you have alkene there. Then you are using lithium aluminum hydride. Lithium hydride is selective reducing agent, reduce the cyanide to amine. It forms primary amine, the reduction. Next step you are adding acetyl anhydride. So definitely N acetylation happen because another N is occupied with the tosylate group. So the product is clearly C. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is Heck coupling. Heck coupling you might think of aryl halide and nearby the alkene. So you might think of Heck coupling. Second thing is in the Heck coupling the beta hydrogen elimination is important. So In the reaction center, beta hydrogen is not available, so the next beta hydrogen is absorbed here. Then the question number 3, the starting metal is cyclohexanone. It has ketone and alkene in the same system. You are using the organomethyl group, which is methyl copper lithium, and you are using the phenylsilane bromide. You are using the hydrogen peroxide. They ask you to find the product. The products are mostly the double bond is switched and methyl group is attached there. Our next possibility is formation of epoxide. They are asking the possibility of epoxidation there as well as the position of methyl group attack. So from the reagents you might guess naming reaction, and definitely new ring is formed or not is a real question. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal you have conjugated ketone. You are using the copper lithium, which is a Gilman reagent. It is a soft one, so it always promotes the thermodynamic product, which is 1,4 product. So 1,4 product is stable, so methyl attacks on the one position. You have the formation of anion there. Next step, you are using phenylselenium chloride. Selenium is kind of a electrophile, so selenium bonded, so selenium pH bond is established there. So next step, you are using the peroxide. Selenium has very high affinity for oxygen. So selenium form oxide. It's stabilized by counter ion, which is O- and Ac+. So the property of selenium is always is a metallic kind of architecture. So it leaves with the hydrogen elimination. So hydrogen eliminated. The driving force for this reaction is the conjugation here. So selenium eliminated like phenylselenol. It's a kind of thiol analog. So the answer is clearly B. Here you have to learn two important things. One is Gilman reagent. Gilman reagent is a very soft reagent because it's organized from copper. So it always promotes the 1,4 addition there, not 1,2 addition. The 1,4 addition technically called Michael addition. Then the elimination of selenium. Selenium is considered as the metal. It always eliminated with beta hydrogen there. So it eliminated with nearby hydrogen. It leaves as a phenylselenol. Then the question number 4. The starting metal is the orthonitrotoluene and you have diester there. You are using the sodium ethoxide and zinc and acetic acid. They ask you to find the product. The product possibility are linear chain, cyclic system and ring attachment. Ring attachment means the reactant which is diester where it is attached. Ring closure mean indole kind of architecture. Whether the aromaticity is established mean B. Aromaticity is not established in C. D means 6-member ring formation. So here the question is really about ring closure versus ring size. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal you have toluene and you have nitrogro. You are using the base. So base abstract the proton. You have CH2- formation. The CH2- is formed. The CH2- attack on the ester. So the new CC bond is formed by the OET elimination. So you have the possibility of another ring closure here. So you have new CC bond. Next step you are using the zinc and acetic acid. It reduces the NO2 amine there. So it reduces NO2 NH2. So there is a possibility of intracondensation. NH2 attacks the carbonyl, not the ester. Even though ester with good leaving group, NO attacks the carbonyl, not ester. So the attack is happened. You have new 5-member ring. Always with hetero system, 5-member ring is stable. Furthermore, with 5-member, new aromaticity possibility is there. So the new condensation product is formed. So you have alcohol and nearby hydrogen and the ester group at nearby position. So to induce the aromaticity, water elimination occur. You have indole kind of architecture with ester there. So the answer is clearly B there. Here you have to learn two important things. Whenever you have many functional group, you have to think of cyclization. Here you have carbonyl, ester, nitro and carbanion. Definitely you have ring formation. Second thing is you have to think of aromaticity if there is a ring formation. This is basic driving factors for any big molecules. Then the question number 5. The starting metal is fused ring system with 2 6-member and 5-member. 5-member having lactone and methyl is above the position and oxygen is above the position. And the first 6-member which is A ring which have conjugated ketone which is diconjugation, and you have 1 methyl above, 1 methyl on the plane. You are using simply H+ which is acid. They ask you to find the product. The products are mostly differ in the position of double bonds and position of methyl. So the possibility of carbon skeleton change is there and the aromaticity possibility. The products A, C, D have aromaticity and B have only the diketone and conjugated ketone. So basically the driving force expected to be aromaticity or the conjugation. So you have to understand that the question is about aromaticity versus the methyl position here. The answer is C. Let us see how. The answer is C. Let us see how. Starting middle you have ketone, you are using the acid. So what really happens is acid activates the ketone attacking the O, so you have the positive charge. Nearby position you have the double bond, so what really happens is double bond moves and you have the cation formation in the third position there. So cation travels. Then you have secondary cation, so secondary cation always unstable. There is a possibility of tertiary cation by methyl shift. So methyl shift occur which is in the green position. So you have tertiary cation formation. So there is a tertiary cation, there is a possibility of aromaticity. So what really happens is the hydrogen eliminates, you have aromaticity there. Here pure driving force for hydrogen elimination is aromaticity. So the answer is clearly C. Here the methyl group is shifted and aromaticity is established by mere H+ attack. Here you have to learn two important things. Whenever you have conjugation, you might think of aromaticity. To induce the aromaticity, you have to establish from elimination, substitution or the group elimination. Then the cation as the intermediate. Always you have to establish stable cation as the intermediate, most of the time tertiary one. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.